guys? How you doing? Welcome back. Now this time around, we've hopefully updated the audio. So let me know how it sounds. It is 9 o'clock. It's time to get started. Now, I am going to take about 5 seconds to do something for the channel members. So there will be 3 winners for February, and it's going to end on the 6th of March. I thought about this, and it'd be better to post it right before the live stream. And that way, anybody who joins as a member can immediately go over to the community section and then enter. So I'm just finishing that up right now. Probably should have done it before the stream, but here we go. All right. So that's posted now. All right. Where are we at? So we're sounding good? And I just posted the giveaway for February. Now there's going to be 3 winners, but honestly, I haven't picked the items, but they'll all be good, I promise. At least as good as what we get on the live stream. I try to make it about $100 worth, give or take. You want that smiley face patch? Yeah, I like this one. It's a good one. It's kind of like an angry. It's glow in the dark too, so it's extra angry, you know. Welcome, welcome. Let's check to see anything I missed. So as you might have seen, we're talking about demo days, which I didn't plan on going to. A couple of people who are showing their products there, they've wanted me to go to these things for about a year, and I've had trouble getting to it. I'm really excited. So this is a purely like an outdoor-centric event. It's in Georgia, just outside Atlanta, about 20 minutes outside Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm really excited. So this is going to be mid-March, and we're definitely going to be doing a lot of filming there. I'm going to be actually practicing some skills, learning from some of the best out there when it comes to bushcraft and survival and all the other stuff. So I'm planning on learning a lot while I'm there. Next year, if we do this, I really want to do a I'll give you a knife if you teach me something new, and then have a cancellation price if I already know it. So like, you know, that would be the kind of content that I'm really looking for. Yes, actually, a ton of people decide to not get stickers. And I will tell you, I haven't been great about including them, and I do have a stack. So for the winners, if you do select that you want stickers, I will put it in this time around. I keep forgetting. But yeah, put a bunch of them in there. Yeah, you made it in time. So those who are just coming in for the first time, let me be clear on how things work. So every time we have a live stream, we do a giveaway. And the way it works is you need to fill out the Google form that is pinned in the live chat. And all you do is fill it out one time, and we will do a drawing at 9:45. So you need to be present for that. If just for doing the live stream, we'll always have one winner. And then if we hit 200 concurrent viewers, we'll go to the second winner. And if we have 400, I will add a third winner, and 600 a fourth winner. But I don't. We've hit 340. I think we've hit 340. That was the most we've ever got. So, but it's a great way for me to give some of these awesome knives that companies send me. I'm very lucky to have a lot of different makers and community members that send me knives. I do keep some for examples from each company, but generally speaking, I do I do give them away. Let's see. Angelo and Ramsey Silent. Well, thank you guys so much. Always here. It's always good to see you, and thank you again for donating a channel membership. If you are becoming a channel member or, for the first time, make sure to fill out the monthly giveaway. We do that every month. And as you can see, as you continue your monthly subscription, you'll get new badges, among other things. Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot more with that over time too. But very minimum, it's a way for me to give away some of the things that I get sent, which is great. Where are we at? That's pretty sweet. It feels really good. I remember the first time I started getting knives sent to me. It just feels amazing. It feels amazing to finally get that ball rolling. But when you realize it, I mean, you can be honest about those reviews because these companies, it is a very low, threshold for them to get a huge payoff in marketing share. So they're willing to send all kinds of cool knives. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So today, and here's what I want to know, guys. This is what we're going to talk about today. This is what I want to talk about, at least. So I was going through all of my stuff, all the components that I have of Leatherman tools. I was trying to figure out if I could make a tool just for the outdoors. What would it look like? What would like the dream tool be? If you've ever watched the Alone series, you know that the multi-tool is the only item pretty much that every single person carries besides a fire steel. In fact, in the last season, 10 out of 10 contestants brought a multi-tool. There was one fixed blade. And so, but none of them are quite perfect. We have had one entry over the course of however many seasons that was truly incredible. The rest of them are all like stopgaps. So I want to build the ultimate um, outdoorsman's multi-tool. So it's got to have excellent ergonomics. That's something that and none of the tools have. It's got to have a removable diamond file so it can sharpen itself, right? It has to have a saw built into it as well. It needs to have other functions, all these things. I want everything. It's going to be something that'll be modified over time, but I'm really excited to play with it. So for now, what I have is one side has to be a Leatherman Surge. I know that. And here's what's interesting. The other side, you would think, oh, Super Tool 300, right? Super Tool 300 is great, but the lock bar, it's a little bit worse ergonomically than the Leatherman Core. So this is a Leatherman Core handle. It looks like this. It's the precursor to the Super Tool 300. Very boxy, very wide. This tool has the exact tool set as the Super Tool 300 and some improvements. So for work, first of all, check out these little tabs. Look at how much easier to deploy versus the Super Tool 300. I don't know why they changed it. And it has the older style pliers, but the ergonomics were great, especially in using the blade. So other than just picking the core, which is probably the best outdoorsman's tool that Leatherman ever made because of the ergonomics and you can really use it, I'm going to go with a hybrid. I think I'm going to go with a hybrid. Oh, that's great. Is it this original Super Tool? Because I'm telling you, the original Super Tool was a thing of beauty. It absolutely needs no help. It's perfect. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Yeah, I cannot go wrong. If it's the one that appears like it has no locks, that's the original, the Super Tool. It's so good. Would also need a removable flathead to tighten. So here's the problem. So on the Leatherman Core, you have the knurled proprietary nuts Right, they're like they're the ones that you need the specialty wrenches for. And then on here you have security T10s. So T10 security torques and the proprietary. Turn this down. So I don't think that's a practical application in the outdoors. If you're going to set up, you need to use proper Loctite and make sure it doesn't come apart. That's really important. Ah, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining as a channel partner. It's very much appreciated. I hope you stick around. And don't forget to enter the giveaway for the month of February. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna whatever lays on, I'm gonna do it the last Wednesday that we do the live stream of that month. That way everyone knows that it's happening because otherwise people miss it. Yeah, so Leatherman Core was a great tool that pre-existed between the Super Tool 200 and the Super Tool 300. Pretty cool. So let's see. We got to have the blade, obviously, on the outside, straight blade, and then the T-shanks exchanger. So that's what's going to happen on the side with the Surge. On the inside, I'm pretty limited on space, but I think it's going to end up being the uh, um, reamer awl, flathead, and can opener. I think that's basically all that'll fit here. And then the real question, the big question mark for me, is the other side of the tool, which there's a lot of space to work with. And if you do it right, you might even be able to stack a file and a saw together. So might be able to get even more in there. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm actually going to use I just realized I was going to use this plier head, which is the replaceable cutters. But I think now that I think about it, I think I'm going to go with the Leatherman Core plier head, which I have a bunch of extras. So I think I'm going to go with this one because see the difference in space, like the amount of space it takes up. I think I'll get more usable space if I go with this style of plier head versus the Super Tool. I'm sorry, the Super Tool 300. Yeah, yeah. So definitely got to have the reamer awl. Got to have the reamer awl. Got to have the large flathead for prying, right? I'm thinking I might use multiple large flatheads, and I may do the trick turning one of them into a spoon gouge. I might try that. I hope that works. It's just really tough. It's like it requires a lot of work. Like you have to, sharpen it on one side. And the thing is, the 428C isn't going to last like for a very long edge. You know what I mean? So yeah, but the thing is here's the thing, Paul. Yes, the cutters are softer. Actually, this is an old plier head that has the 154 CM cutter, so it's a really good one. But it'll depend. See, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to put the file and the saw together, and if they fit with the Super Tilt 300 head, then we're good to go. Sometimes what you have to do is just take the edge of the saw, and you got to like chamfer it enough that the pliers just slides across it. That's all you have to do. So we'll have to play with it and see. We'll have to play with it and see. So lanyard, good question. Do we want a lanyard? Probably. But here's the thing: the Surge has a spot already built in for the lanyard. So the lanyard just hides underneath it already. So you don't need to actually dedicate any space on the inside for it. You just use the lanyard that's built into it. So it's pretty cool. So the problem with that, Palmer, is the design for The free series uses a completely different pivot size, among other things. So you have to modify heavily to do that. So I don't want to go that route. But you're right, that would be a good starting point for a bunch of different tools because there's a lot of metal there to work with. I just don't know if it'll work for this particular tool. Um, the There was one contestant of Alone that had a fully customized Leatherman Surge. I think her name was Wania. I always I hate to say her name because I feel like I'm always mispronouncing it, and I hate doing that, but it was a work of mechanical art. I have to do a video on just that tool, and she would have won, by the way, if the person who ended up did winning? Did win, um, shot a moose, and then that, of course, that was the end of that one. Wania, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, her tool was a work of art, and she has a video on it, by the way. Highly recommend looking at it. Unfortunately, it's not that great of a video as far as quality looking at the tool, but my goodness, it's phenomenal. So today, what am I carrying today? I actually went through a bunch of different knives. I met a friend and we talked about a bunch of different folding knives that came out. And I was just kicking around this before we got on the channel. So I talked about this one. This is the part of the budget series that I've been talking about. This is like a $40 knife, 14C 28N, all the jimping that you want, the cutouts on both sides, reversible pocket clip, huge blade on this one. Very nice. This is the one I'm messing around with. Let me know what you guys are carrying today. Tony, thank you for donating 5 memberships. Very much appreciated. Thank you for being up this late. And it's always great to see you. Always. All right. The other thing I also considered just modifying a Leatherman curl, where just replace the file with a saw, but that didn't quite cover me. There was a couple of things missing. It feels like you don't have the like. If I'm going to go that route, I may as well just do the Surge hybrid because there you go. Spyderco Endura and the Olight Arkfeld. Let's see, what do I got? I have in the holster right now, I have the Arc Flex. I have different flashlights that I'll put in the holster, but right now it's the Arc Flex, which is a great flashlight. And then I also have the Leatherman Arc, obviously. So Leatherman Arcs in the holster. And that is the normal stuff. I also am carrying, let's see, in what is that? The 7 or 8 o'clock position in the waistband. I have the Armiger 4. See if I can put it in without stabbing myself. There you go. Got it. Very surprisingly comfortable for such a large knife. And that's the knife I'm actually going to be shipping out to the demo days. So I'm gonna ship stuff out. I'm not gonna try to take it through checked baggage. That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna ship stuff FedEx to demo days, and I'm gonna test out my EDC. So the goal is not to necessarily change everything. I'm gonna carry exactly what I normally would, with like a couple of small variations. So we'll have the custom Leatherman, which where's the sheath? I'm gonna use the larger of the two sheaths. So the one I'm wearing is the exact same sheath, only this one's designed for the Surge size. So this one actually normally has my Gerber center drive. Yeah, the only good Gerber. So I have the Gerber center drive in here normally, but that one's going to have the other one instead. Oh, I like that one a lot. It was on sale recently for, like, very low cost. I think I meant to mention it, but I never did get around to it. So just a reminder, if you're coming in a little bit later, make sure that you, fill out the Google form for the giveaway. You don't have to be a member to do it. Anybody who's present can participate, and it is an international, giveaway. So no matter where you are, I'll ship it. Excuse me. Okay. So 420 is a series of steals, not one steal, it's multiple steals. So 420 basic steel is not really used by anyone. So when you get a Leatherman, it's not 420 basic. It's not a basic 420. It's 420 HC. The HC is a very good variation. It's the top of that range, that 420 series stainless. It has very high toughness, like a 2 or 3 out of 10 on edge retention, but like a 9 on toughness and decent corrosion resistance. Okay. What Buck does differently is just has a slightly better heat treatment. So it tends to get better. It's like better in the edge retention category, basically. It's just like an extra point in the edge retention category. That's basically the difference. Um, yeah, not much more, just that. All right. What else do we got going in? It feels like the time just flies when we do this thing. What else do we have going on? Yeah, I'm just getting ready for that. Of course, it's tax season, so I have to complete all those things, as do I'm sure many people. Quick question: would you consider doing a video adding scissors to the Leatherman Bond? I've done it. I've done it. Yeah, it's possible. Here's the thing you got to know. Excuse me. You need special tools to do it. There are actually some that I've put into my modification section on the Amazon shop that are made in the United States, and they are really good. They do work on the Leatherman core. So there's two different sizes. There's this one in here. The only thing you need the other sizes for are the Micra and the Mini tool, but those are very narrow things. Every other tool only has two sizes, so you just need those two wrenches, which it has. So once you can get those loose, and you're definitely going to need that tool, then it's a matter of just finagling it in where you want it to be. That's the big thing. Yeah, the best place to source the scissors would probably be either a Leatherman Wave or a Leatherman rebar bladeless rebar, or the curl. You can get one from the curl if you want. What else? There's a couple other tools you can get. Mm-hmm. That looks good. Speaking, I do have something cool to show you. I actually have a video that I'm going to do before I head out. That's going to be the things I can't stop carrying. And one of those items is this. This is a new wallet from Patriot Leather Goods that he designed. Got stitching on the back. It is awesome. It's awesome. Let me make sure we've got our cards in the right position here. All right. So yeah, like we have an amazing setup with this thing. It can pack a ton of stuff. I have in here cash. I have a Swiss card. I have a Right in the Rain mini OTG book. And I also have, oh, I lost my pen. I also have a L-shaped wrench that is a T6, T8 Torx wrench that's on the bottom. So all that stuff gets stored in here. It is a fantastic wallet and not that expensive either. Where'd it go? Yeah, I got to make that video. So there's that. There's the Demco Armiger 4 that I'm carrying that a lot. The what is it? The limited Spyderco Sprint Run crew wear that I talked about in the last video. Man, that's a great knife. Definitely. What else we got going here? So we got about 20 minutes, 20 more minutes between now and the giveaway. We're at 132 people. If we hit 200 for that point, I will go ahead and add the second winner. At this rate, the winner can choose between either the Vosteed or the Kaiser. They can choose one or the other. But yeah, it's great. Either way, we're gonna have someone win something. Always the case. We always do that. So if you guys got any other questions, any other multi-tool related questions, I'm also going to bring with me the Flex. And here's why. I was checking out all the tools I have. It is the most comfortable ergonomically speaking. It's and because it's completely modular, I can set it up for outdoors tasks and then switch it back to EDC or have the spare components like stored into a sheath or something like that. So what I might do is get carry with it a sheath that stored some of the longer tools on the outside, like keep a saw in a little slip, something like that. Now, here's the thing, Jeff. When you say pouches, what kind of pouches do you mean? Because you can get like max edition pouches for pretty cheap, for the most part. You can get something like Roaring Fire for pretty cheap, and then there's of course all of those no-name brands which are really, really inexpensive on Amazon, of course. But yeah, curious to see what you mean. I'm just reading through some comments. Do you think Slamif rays will fit in the goat tool hobby knife? Slice ceramic glaze will fit in the goat. I don't know. I don't know. I think it depends on how it's attached. It's also a thickness issue, so I have to play with that. Kind of interesting question. Ashton says to bring where? Going to demo days. That was the that's in Atlanta in middle of March. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I want to. I want to. I was pretty happy with the Slayer, which hold on a second. You guys still hear me? Just out of curiosity. All right. So I was trying out this, which is the Slayer. Pretty solid. It's not perfect, but it's not bad either. Like it's got a bunch of nice features. What's interesting is the way it functions. I think it's designed for someone who's, you know, maybe not used to complicated user interfaces. So they did kind of a hybrid approach. It's very interesting. The best thing to do if you're starting out is to just start contacting people. Um, Usually, where I started is Instagram. Instagram is a great way to get in communication with a lot of different people. Uh, like, and but have something that you can show them. Like, I spent 2 or 3 years buying everything right before I started asking. That's not to say that you can't get a couple here and there, but you should show up front. If you want something from a company, like let's say Civivi knives, you need to get a couple of Civivi knives and review them and show them, hey, I've done your knives already. I would love to check out X or Y. That's what I would recommend. Make sure that like go halfway with the company. Do a couple, they send you a couple, and then that's how you start. You know? Do you have any thoughts on pocket fixed blades, and would you ever consider carrying one? Absolutely. And in fact, the blade that I'm carrying right now is tucked in right here. It's the Armature 4, but it's barely a pocket fixed blade, although it does work in the pocket. It's probably the largest fixed blade that I've carried consistently, like ever. And what makes it so good, and I'll take off the ulti clip for just a second so you can see, is that the Armiger 4 with an ulti clip, what makes it so good is right now, see, like right now, if I put it in my pocket, it's reversed the wrong way, or actually, it's in the right direction. But if I want to, I can simply flip it around and put it in a different position, left side, right side, doesn't matter. That's something I like about this, but this is a very large one. I've talked about other smaller fixed blades. Vosti actually is a really cool one that's quite nice, under $100. But if you're going to get one, I recommend getting something from Essie. I really like the Zancudo. I think you can't go wrong with S35BN USA made for 130 bucks or less. Um, that has an unbeatable warranty. You know what I mean? How do you enter the giveaway? You just have to go fill out the Google form. That's it, one time, and then you are entered, and then you just have to be present here at 9:45 when I do the drawing. That easy. Yeah, Viperade's really good. Look, I have a bunch of stuff from Viperade. I also have some stuff from companies like Yellow Birch Outfitters who do phenomenal work. Jay is a great guy. It's very competitive out there, and Viperade makes really surprisingly high quality stuff. Like, it's kind of impressive, honestly. I don't know how they can do it. Let's see. Ooh, man, I missed a lot of stuff. Way the heck up there. Yes. Well, no. See, if you polish one of the things about Spyderco is they keep that hole very sharp, so it grabs a little bit. But there's like a balance. The one thing I like about the DLC coating is they already are doing that for you. So if you get a Spyderco with a DLC coating, you don't have to worry about knocking it down because it's not that sharp. All right, let me go down all the way here. So if you're going to go with something a little bit more outdoorsy, you can't go wrong with, if you can find it. Let me grab the next place here. What just fell? Oh. So you can't go wrong with, let me see this. So if you can find it, but it's expensive, is the Lulu. So this is a very outdoorsy fixed blade, not too big, sub 3 inch, I believe sub just under 3 inch blade. It's a Scandi grind with a micro bevel, awesome knife. Consider doing this with me as well. I'm not going to do that because I'm not carrying it that much. Let's see, what else? On the really, really cheap side, you have this one from Rake. It's about $40, 14C 28N. That one's not too bad. I don't know if this one is discontinued or not. This is from Sencut. It's in 9CR. It's kind of a hybridized blade. It's got a little bit of a thin handle. It's the only thing. It's not really an outdoorsman's blade. The nice thing about the Rake one is that you can wrap it in a paracord wrap to make it wider if you want to. And then, of course, as I said, the Zancudo. This is the one and done, do everything, sub 3 inch knife, S35BN, excellent ergonomics. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. That's a very, very good knife. And the warranty is incredible. Yeah. All right, let's put these away. All right. Sencut. Cool. Let me take a look. Let's take a look at that one. Real quick. Let me take a look. Shop, and then we'll go to fixed blades. There's only 3 of them. Let me. So there is. Look at this. There are still some of those Senket knives for sale. They're $30 right now. Holy moly, that is cheap. So I don't see any others right now, but you can currently buy the one I just showed you. Oh, that was the one. That was the same name. But yeah, $30. That's really, really good. I don't even know if that is beatable, frankly. The thing is with the hole cutouts, you could wrap it in paracord to give you a little bit more in the hand. So that might not be a bad option at all. So definitely check that out. I think it's a good one. That's a good one. All right. So what else we got? Yeah, I just found it. We're good, Tim. What? No, wait. Did I get it wrong? Let me see this. Holiday sale category A. Let's take a look. Holiday sale. It looks like the same stuff. Yeah. Okay. I think we're good. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of great fixed blades out there, to say the least. Welcome everyone who came in a recent last little bit. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so that fixed blade's pretty solid. It's a great EDC knife because it's super narrow on the handle and it curves away. So you can like depending on where you're positioning it, you can really like get a comfort level with it. It's 3.5. It's bigger than 3.5 inch blade, if I remember correctly. So that might be a bit of an issue for you. I don't know um, what your preference is. This is the easiest answer ever. PM3 for sure, and Crewwear 1000%. Rex 45. This is where the knife guys hate me. There is a time where if you have not achieved a certain level of toughness, all that extra edge retention seems completely wasted. There is no practical application for any knife whatsoever that has no toughness. There has to be some amount, and Crewwear is perfectly balanced. It's like a 6 or 7 out of 10, yet it's like a 6 or 7 out of 10. It's like super awesome. Like absolutely Crewwear, 100%. PM3 Crewwear. You might as well just grab the one that I'm crushing on right now. I talked about this, I don't know how many times, but oh, I forgot I was showing a friend. It's in a bag. All right. Yeah, I can't say enough. So go over to the Knife Joker. He has an exclusive that is just unbeatable right now. So check this out. So this is a PM3 lightweight and Crewwear blade coated. This thing is phenomenal. 150, 160 bucks. This is the knife, man. This is absolutely the knife. That's the one I would go with. All right, so 5 minutes left. Make sure that you get in before the 9:45 mark. I am not going to include anyone who posts their entry after 9:45. So please make sure you do that. Excuse me. Yeah. Let's see. Any other questions? Baton 3 Pro versus Warrior Mini 3. Um, I don't even know why the Baton 3 Pro exists. I don't. Uh, when the Warrior Mini 2 was out, it made more sense because it was a lot longer. Now that the Warrior Mini 3 exists, there is zero reason to ever buy the Baton 3 Pro. Like ever. That's the reality. At no point, there is never a time where the Baton 3 Pro makes any sense at all for any reason. They're almost the same length, and the Warrior Mini 3 is brighter, and it has an updated sensor and a better pocket clip. So there you go. Like, there's zero reason to buy it. I don't even know why that flashlight exists for them right now. The Baton 4 is brighter. The small little flashlight is brighter than the Baton 3 Pro. That's not a good. That's not good. Now the Pro Max, that's different. See, the Pro Max is excellent. So that's the one that's good. So I actually have the Pro Max in this one right here. So the Pro Max, that's a different conversation because this thing is absolutely ridiculous. And this is in the neutral white, so it's not quite as bright, but man, is this great. I'm actually going to take this light, I think, probably also taking a light that they sent me that's coming up in a future release from Olight, and that's pretty much what I'm taking. Who do you think will come out with the next Super Lock knife, Civivi or someone else? And what kind of knife will it be? I don't know. I don't know how hard it is to ask to use the Super Lock because he said it's open source. I don't know what's stopping anyone from using it right now. Civivi should definitely make more knives with the Super Lock. Period. They absolutely should. So if you're looking for something with distance in mind, I don't know if I don't know if Olight is necessarily the best choice. I just reviewed some flashlights from Well Tool, and they are insane at distance. So 1900 lumens, 44,000 candela. So ridiculous. So good. Um, they don't have as many functions. That's the big thing. Okay, so S35 VN is kind of a is kind of in the middle. It's not very tough, um, but it's also not low on tough. So like below that on toughness, there's like M390, 30B, LMAX. Actually, LMAX could be tougher than S35. I don't remember. I think it is. So the problem is like it's like this inflection point where you can go up in toughness or over here in edge retention, right? Like it's right in the middle. It's a balanced steel. It's not as good in either edge retention or toughness as MagnaCut or Crewwear or a few others. And I think 3V may have better edge retention. I don't actually know the answer to that question. 154 CM is good too. Well, I mean, look, that's at no stage is S35 ever better than MagnaCut at any hardness, at any point. It has significantly higher retention and significantly higher toughness. Like there is not a single point on the hardness scale where S35 beats MagnaCut in any context ever. The same thing goes with Crewwear. At no point does S35 touch Crewwear as a steel. There's Crewwear and MagnaCut are when it comes to balanced steels, meaning some combination of toughness and edge retention, those two steels are kind of in a league of their own. Where they are sitting, some people really like the high edge retaining steel, so like wear resistant steel, so they're like K390 lovers. I Yes, that has more toughness than most of those edge retaining steels, but still way lower than something like Crewwear. Oh, we're almost there. So actually, here's what's weird. S35 is only slightly cheaper than MagnaCut right now, which is what's crazy. I got no idea. It's peen, so you'd have to do it yourself, I think, at this point. Or if it's broken, you can try sending it to Leatherman, but mark the yes, it's sentimental box so that you get back your tool. Make sure. All right, so we are at 9:45. So we are going to go ahead and take a look. Let me go to 142 responses. Let's see how many people came in after the mark. Oh, no one. No one so far. Good. Good, good, good. So everyone, so 143. So I'm going to go to our random number generator. 143. All right. There, like, if it didn't piss off everyone, there's like this many steals over here. Like a large portion of the entire market are just obsoleted by Magnacut completely or Kruger. Those two steals basically absolutely like an entire, I mean, like a ridiculous number of steals, like just absolutely smashing the whole thing. If price to be object, I mean, there's like this, the list is huge. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'm going to share this. Let me take this off. Okay, so we did not, I believe we did not hit 200 people concurrently. So what we're going to do is we're going to have whoever wins choose between the Vosteed, which I will show once we have the winner, or the Kaiser. And I'll show them so they won't be a surprise, but they can pick between the two. So we're going to pick on the third roll of the random. So first roll, second roll, and then this is going to be the winner, 93. Last time we had it jump twice to the same number. That was pretty interesting. Okay. So 93 is the winner. Okay, so the winner is Augustin, and the YouTube profile name is Judge Crandall. Judge Crandall is the winner. So, Judge Crandall. See if they are here. All right. Congratulations. Now let me show you what let me close this out here for a second. So let me show you what we have here to pick from. So you can pick one of these two things. So I've reviewed it, but I haven't shown the video yet. So this is a pretty new knife. It's actually one of the newest ones that they make. So the Vosteed, which is the mini corgi in Ultim. Ooh, wrong side. So the mini corgi in Ultim. So the steel on this, I can't remember what the steel is. This is S35BN. So S35BN on this one. And speaking of that, so they're definitely upping some of the steels. Personally, I know it's not as high on edge retention. I actually prefer 14C. I know that's weird. I actually really like 154CM better because it's a non-vanadium steel. It's very easy to sharpen. And then the other one is from Kaiser right here. So this is micarta with brass bolsters. It has this sort of minimalistic flipper tab. And this one is in 154CM. So you pick which one you want. So one is a liner lock. The other one is a button lock. One has micarta and brass. The other one has, what do you call it? Ultim. I'll go with the Vosteed. All right. So the Kaiser goes back in the pool. Actually, I think the Kaiser is going to be our first one of the 3 knives for the giveaway. You know what we'll do with the last couple of minutes? We'll talk about, I'll go through and we'll take a look and we'll decide what the members should get for February. This will be one of them. So this is going to be one of them for sure. So the Corgi will be going to Judge Crandall. Okay, so enjoy that. It's been reviewed and never used. Okay, so we see we got a bunch of good stuff, but you know the funny thing about it is that I rarely know what they are from the box. Oh yeah, there's that one. A couple more. Yeah. Okay. So the Kaiser you were asking about was the gavel. The gavel. So it has this ultra minimalistic flipper tab. It's a little bit too minimalistic, if you ask me. So I think one of the other of the 3 winners is going to be this one, which is part of that same review. I like this one a little bit more than the Corgi, to be honest. But it's a small knife, though. But it's nice. So this is the Mini Labrador by Vosteed. Really, it's a nice snappy action. It's a titanium frame lock with 14C28. Great jimping on this one. Nice small knife. Build titanium pocket clip as well. Beautiful, beautiful piece. Yeah, this one's good. I like this one a lot. It's good. I'm not a huge small knife person, I will tell you, but this one is done well. This one is done really well. So that's a good one. So I think that'll be number 2. That'll be number 2, and then we got some other ones here. So Cryptid. See, I don't remember them. That's the problem. Yeah, I mean, look. Oh, yeah, this one is good. This one is really good. So, yeah, we're going to do this for the 3rd one. I attempted to keep this one myself. I really like this one. Like, I really, really like this. It's called the Cryptid. It's got a very comfortable choke-up point. It's a button lock, 154 cm, which I actually like more than S35. I know that's weird, but I do. Just the way it sharpens, just how easy it is. I don't know. So the Cryptid, it's a Wharncliffe blade shape. Beautiful knife. Micarta handles. Oh, this is a good one. This is a real good one. This would be my pick. Of the 3, this is me. I actually don't remember where I got the smiley face patch. I think it was Amazon. So I really like this one. This one was designed with like use in mind. Like definitely feels right. You know, it feels user. I wanna. So that's going to be the 3rd one, I think. I do like 154 cm. 154. Here's what's crazy: 154 cm is not a steel that is obsolete by MagnaCut. It's not, because MagnaCut and S35 are both vanadium steels, which means they're much harder to machine and much harder, relatively speaking, harder to sharpen. 154 cm is that cutoff points, that sweet spot where it can get cheaper because of availability, and it's less expensive to machine because there's no vanadium. So it stays outside of the danger zone, the MagnaCut zone. And So does 14C. Same thing. 14C, Nitro V. They all stay under the line because of that. So they're not obsolete. Plus, they're tougher than MagnaCut. So there you go. There's our three knives. So I also had some other choices here. Yeah. So yes, they are this when you watch this stuff, it's technically mirrored. So if you're gonna see if you see words, they're all backwards for the most part. I'm trying to remember what's in here. Okay, so this is a budget knife. We're not going to give this one away, but it is a great knife. Check this out. So this is Remet. This thing is really great for a budget knife. It has a like proper texture on the button. 14C28 again. Great action. We might do this one as one of the next live stream thing. I don't know if we'll do a live stream next week. I'll have to let you know the day of. We'll try. We're going to try to do it. But yeah, definitely going to try. But that will probably be one of the items. I like that knife a lot. I think we'll throw that in with a cheap budget knife as well. So that one was micarta. That one was micarta, and they've had a couple different model of micarta. Like they have a fuzzier micarta that's not. They said wasn't as good, and that was the updated version. That's the better one. Yeah, so that one's micarta. Beautiful knife. Really, Remet has done a really good job. Like surprisingly good. Did this wrong. Which one is this? Yeah, the blackwash, man. That the Daxon. Yeah, that knife is crazy good. This knife, I don't even want to give it away because it's dangerous. Dangerous if you don't know what you're doing because the action is insane. And check this out. Look at how far the blade comes. You'd have to get your finger all the way here to stop it properly. Like I want to give it away, but I'm worried that someone's going to get this who is not like it's hitting my nail. It's hitting my nail. Yeah, that's a bit dangerous for some people. Yeah, I have the gravity knife from Remet. It's awesome. Yeah, it's good. They're making some updates and they're releasing it soon. It sold out like immediately. It's really cool. It's like super cool. I have it's awesome. Yeah. So this knife, I don't know what to do with this knife because I'm afraid to give it away to someone. I really don't know. Like this comes with major disclaimers. You know what I'm saying? Like I said it in my video. I think they need to design knives that are better than this. Like this is not acceptable. Like someone's gonna get hurt. Like that cut a decent depth into my nail. That's not good. Yeah, I mean it's S35VN with its titanium frame lock. I mean it's not a cheap knife, so it's absolutely needs to be better than that. Yeah. No, over tightening and pivot does not actually fix a good knife because it doesn't it just wears the bearings down. Yeah. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it yet. Like I don't know how to give it away in a way that I'm confident that it's not going to cause an injury. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to do that. Like I'm tempted to send it back to the company. That's kind of where I feel about it. The other problem is I don't. If I were to give it away, I don't know how to do it equitably. You know what I mean? Maybe we can do like a separate lottery of people who feel comfortable that it won't bother them. Like X number of people. Like we'll do I got it. We'll do a Google form specifically for that knife with all the disclaimers. And if you want it, then we'll draw from that lot, basically. I think that'll work. We could do it like we do the giveaway. So what we'll do, actually, that's what we'll do. The next time we have a live stream, we'll do this as a separate Google Doc. I will put this up somewhere in the middle of the stream and we'll talk about it because, like, I am terrified someone's gonna get hurt with this knife. The action is too good and the design is not great. So, yeah, 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 yeah. That's my thoughts. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give it away. It'll be the second item that will definitely give it away. No, I can't sell it. If I'm worried about it hurting someone, I'm not gonna sell it and potentially have the person who bought it get injured. I know it's not my fault, but I feel responsible enough to be like, I'm not okay with that. You know what I mean? I'm happy to give it away to someone who knows the problem and is gonna be careful. Like, that I'm okay with. Yeah, what it really needs to do is they need to cut out some of the blade, like, so you actually have a spot to put your finger. That you I could fix it. I could fix it actually, now that I think about it, I could probably fix it, but it would, like, take a couple of like, I'd probably take a quarter inch off the blade. Yeah, the thing people, like, critique Olight a lot, but their customer service has improved dramatically over the last couple of years, and this is the kind of stuff that they do, and they're really good at what they do. I don't see why not. That would be a good solution. I actually think the grinding of the blade thing is probably a better solution. I think a better solution because then it's like if I had they got to think this stuff through. Like if you buy a knife from Vero Engineering, I will tell you because I've had a Synapse XL, it's perfect. You drop it, it drops just past your finger where you hit the choil, you don't hit the blade. It's perfect. Like it's perfect. So good. Like, and in Atlanta, I will be buying a Vero knife. I sold all three of my Vero knives because at the time I wasn't ready. I will be buying one. I don't know which one. I'm going to leave it up to Joseph, whichever one he thinks I should have. But I am going to have one knife from Joseph Paul Vero this year for sure. It's going to happen. I'm ready for it. You know what I mean? When I first got it, it was like it was an outlier. Now it's not. I can definitely do it. The only question is, do I get another Synapse XL or that new knife that they have? Because that new knife looks ridiculous. Hard to say. Maybe the Synapse XL though. It was so good. Yeah. Yes. Great idea. This is good. This is a good idea. I'm gonna send it with some band-aids. It's a great idea. It's a great idea. So good. No, 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 even better. Have you seen that finger tourniquet thing? That thing is great. Everyone here should have one, by the way. Everyone should have a finger tourniquet kit. If you've never seen it, it's awesome. Get one right now. It should be in everyone's medical kit. Just awesome. Just full on cut glove. Yeah, this is why like I do like flipper tabs sometimes because like when you stop the like when you have good action and you stop the blade, you unlock the blade, the flipper tab hits your finger, right? And then allows you to move your hand away. A flipper tab is with good action is actually a much safer knife than um, knives like the one we just talked about. Like, by the way, this is like a $40 knife. Is that not ridiculous? I'm sorry. That's just insane. So good. Anyway, yeah, they do. I've talked to a lot of medical professionals. By the way, they do not recommend you super glue anything. Bad idea. All right, so it is 10 o'clock. I will stick around for about, I want to say 10 more minutes. So if there are any questions that I should answer during this video, you can obviously also leave it in the comment section. I may not see that, to be fair, but definitely ask any questions that have now. Yeah, medical superglue is not the same thing. Oops, this is not it. Medical superglue is not the same thing as superglue that you buy at a store. So don't use that. What is demo days? Let me find the little page for it. Okay, wait. Okay, if I can find it. Here we go. Campfire Co-op. So this is it here. Really cool. I actually really like this graphic they have, but it's all outdoor stuff. There's some people there, like this guy that's talking right here. There's so many people that I want to meet, um, and I think it'll be a great opportunity. If nothing else, the excuse to sit around the campfire drinking percolated coffee till 2 in the morning, just wrapped up in a blanket. There's a chance that on the first night I don't actually sleep because that brings nothing but joy to just sit around a campfire. I'm gonna come back smelling like campfire. That's gonna be amazing. That's the best. So 3-day event. I'm giving in a Wednesday. I will be there all day Wednesday. I'm excited. Very excited. I get to finally meet the guys from Wazoo Survival and also Outdoor Element. So pretty cool. It's just outside Elder. Yeah, it's going to be great. Blah, blah, blah. All this information. So it's campfirecoop.com/demo days. All right. So yeah, that's it. It just looks like a blast. Like there's a good chance I might enjoy this even more than Blade Show. The real reason that Blade Show is amazing is the people, for me at least. So I'm excited. If I'm in the market for a budget knife, $20 to $30, and I want it to be fidgety, have multiple ways of deployment, what is your best bet? Oh, I got a whole thing. I put all my sub $30 knives in one thing. Where did I put it? Question. This one is the Swiss Army knives. This one is the leather. Where did it go? And a man looks for a knife for a hole. Where the heck is it? Okay. I thought I had it easy access. Clearly, I do not. Oh, I found it. By the way, can you hear me while I'm walking around like that? Makes it for a little bit more interesting. All right, so this NAFS roll is all the sub $30 knives that I put away for talking about this exact subject. So these are ones from different brands that I collected because I think a true budget item of any sort is $30 or less, which is the equivalent of 4 hours of gross pay of someone earning minimum wage. That's how I define it, if anyone's wondering. So, really good options. So this one right here, multiple deployments, 14C 28N. Think about $27. Compound grind on this thing. Flipper tab, great ergonomics. I don't think it reverses, but it's great if you're right-handed. So this is a good knife. Um, the titanium used to be under 30 bucks, by the way, but it's not right now. Let's see what else. So, this is not multiple deployments, but you can get a CJRB Feldspar XL, like a large Feldspar, for under 30 in D2. Very, very comfortable, very good knife. Let me see, I'll go down here. All right, what else we got? Man, I got so many good ones in here. Thinking about multiple deployments, though, which is a little bit more difficult. Multiple deployments, he says. Okay, probably for $20, for around the $20 price point, this is the only $20 sub $20 knife that I'd recommend. This is from SRM. It is in 8CR, and it's on washers, but it's a crossbar lock with great ergonomics, reversible pocket clip, really good blade grind. The cutout allows you to reverse flip the knife. It lets you, sorry, didn't do it right. You can flip it with your thumb. You can reverse flick it. You can use the crossbar. That one is 20 bucks. That's about as good as it gets for that price. If you want a single deployment, you can't go wrong with a Ganzo. This one is about 23. Very good action. D2, very comfortable. Yeah. Sencut has nothing under 30, basically. Actually Vivi is the one with the sub $30 knife. So this is the mini Praxis. It is less than 30. It is the top one or number two selling knife on Amazon, and for good reason. Very, very nice. Sub 3-inch blade. Very, very good. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. I did a whole video on it, but yeah, check those out. Those are all really good. Not all of them are multi-deployment, but yeah, very good. I think the first one probably is the highest value for sure. But yeah, like, so the reason I give away knives, as you can tell, if they don't have a certain category to fill, if I'm not using a reference, like in this particular situation where someone asks me a question and it doesn't fill it or it doesn't improve on anything that's been covered already, then I usually give it away. Yeah, otherwise it just sits and it doesn't get shown and it doesn't get used by someone, and that's not acceptable. So that's why I do the giveaways, is to kind of trim things up. Yeah, so you can get the Buck 112 Slim Select. That is also in that box. Actually, I think it's in the other one. But that's another good choice. It's made in America. It's 428C with a Boss heat treatment. It's a great knife. Yeah. Are you going to Blade Show Atlanta? I am likely to go to Blade Show Atlanta. Yeah, I should be there this year. So as soon as the hotels are scheduled, I will book my tickets. And yeah, I'll be going for sure this year. So hope to see you guys there. Excuse me. There aren't many good knives that under that $30 price point in the modern style that are worth looking at. There really are only a few, and they're outliers. When I say a few, there's like 20 or so. The rest of them are not very good. All right. So I think at that point we are ready to close up. So thanks everyone for coming in. I hope it was useful. I hope next time you come, make sure you bring some questions that you might want answered. I love to research. You know that about me. That's really what I am as a researcher. So if I can't answer your question, I'm happy to write it down and come back to it later. Yeah. So thanks again, as always. I really appreciate it. Yeah, your time is valuable, and I am thankful for it, and you guys have a good night.